again, we said documenting the process more so with your branding and your marketing. What else was there that I would go back and tell them and tell myself to change? Yeah, don't be afraid to invest in the business as well. Not that I was, but just like go for it. Don't be afraid, because I remember my first hire, I actually started with, it was me, my old man, and an apprentice. So I had really 3 mouths to feed at that time. But my first office hire, I put them on as an intern first, so I didn't have to pay them, which is okay. That's good. That's smart as well. So I put them on as an intern, and they actually turned out, and they're still working for me today. So shout out to Simon. But he came on, he called me up and said, hey, I just want some work experience. I said, yeah, cool, come. I can't afford to pay you yet, but if you want some work experience, I'm happy to. I traded my knowledge as his currency for the time being. And he did that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll come on part-time. So he came and worked for me 2 days a week. I was like, oh, cool. So I was working a couple of days a week, and then we won this big job, and I said, fuck it, come on full-time. He was like, yeah, 100%. So then full-time, and then he's been with me ever since. But if you can do that too, do that. You know, see of ways that you can get some wins across the board. Even overseas now, you know, VAs are a massive thing now. They never used to be back when I first started, but now, like, why not utilize a VA that you can get to do some work that you're paying a quarter of the price of what you will locally, and probably help you along the way too. That could be an option for you.
Yeah.
So just be smarter. At the very beginning, just be smart about how you're controlling your finances.
To say that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm giving advice now to people listening. Like, you don't have to go out. Like, especially when you make a bit of money as well. You might get that one job. Oh, fuck. Where did that $50,000 come from? Oh, I better go. How do I spend it?
Yeah.
No,
neutrals there.
That's right. That's right. You don't need to go out and spend the money straight away. Be smart about where you're investing it at the beginning, because there'll be a time. What if the next 3 months are really quiet, and then what? Oh, you've just spent that money on that brand new boat or jet ski or tools or a computer, you know, or the office, invested in the office when you're really not ready for it. Be wise about the decisions you're making, because it will affect your future and how quickly you get to your goals and where you want to get to. And then bringing in the right people eventually. Without a doubt, bringing in the right people. I think I've been quite lucky over the course of my business to have some good people there. There's been bad eggs. When I say bad eggs, the wrong eggs, not the ones for me. Not bad people, not overly bad employees, just not the right suit for us. They've come, they've gone. Some of them resigned, some of them I fired. But that's a lesson you'll learn along the way too. You know, finding who your people are.
Yeah, I think that's something you learn as you go.
And understand it's always temporary. Every single one of your employees will be temporary. You know,
yeah.
They're temporary custodians of that role in your business.
Yeah, maybe 3 months, 3 years, 30 years.
30 years. One day they won't be there.
Yeah.
Either you won't be there, the business won't be there, or they won't be there. People move on, people make changes, and that's something that could happen. And as loyal as you think someone might be, and they might love it, you know, like if one of my employees said to me the other day, he goes, you know, I've been headhunted, someone's offered me this much money. I said, look, if ever it happens, just come to me, right? I will give you my honest opinion. I will tell you, hey, I think you should take this role. Now, I'm not going to be, oh, don't leave me. How could you do this to me? I'm not going to be all shitty and upset. So you've got to look out for yourself. If I think it's a good decision for you to go, I'll say, look, you'll have my blessing. Just do the right thing. Give me 4 weeks. You know, you've been here for so long. Don't just walk out tomorrow, because if you do, then I'll be shitty. But if you do the right thing by me, as you always have, no harm, no foul. You're welcome back. If there's an opportunity for you to come back in the future, you're welcome back. I wouldn't burn the bridge. But, you know, and I'm sure there's roles like that out there where someone's offering $300,000. Now, I'm not going to pay someone $300,000 for a particular role. It may not be suitable for our business and what it's like, and it's just not in the realm of what we do. But if they were going to a big tier 1 construction company and they were offering that sort of money, I'd say, look, yeah, this is a good offer financially. Yeah, absolutely. But it also comes with this. This is the consequence of it. You'll probably be working Saturdays, Sundays. You're probably working 6 to 6. Like, as long as you're willing to give that aspect, then yeah, go for it. Great opportunity for you. I know the people there. Speak to this person, tell him you know me. He'll look after you. I would encourage it. I'm happy for someone to come in here as long as they've put in during their time at the business. I'd be more than happy for them to come and go as they need to. And just learn how to handle stressful situations. That'll come up too. Okay, let's go another step. Never treat a client. I don't like treating clients like friends. Okay, you can be friendly, but they're not your friend. They're your client. There's a professional relationship there that you need to maintain. I think I learned that early on as well. I tried to become buddy with my friends, and it's like, oh, here's a variation. Oh, what? We're friends. Oh, I'll pay your bill. Oh, I'm going to be a week late. Is that okay? Oh, yeah, I can fund your project. So having a lot more strict procedures on payment terms and all that sort of stuff with my clients, making sure that they understand the boundaries and their obligations to me. That was a really big thing that I learned the hard way too.
Yeah, that you feel like those lessons are only learnt through experience.
Yeah, I think so. And I try and
It's like you can go and tell someone. It's like, you ever have someone that and they are doing the wrong thing, and that they know that what they're doing is not right, and you can tell them and they'll say, I know, but they'll do it anyway. And it's like, sometimes you just need to
you just got to get burnt.
Yeah, let them get burnt. Like, touch the hot stove. Yeah, cool. Do you know now you shouldn't touch it? Okay, cool. Don't touch it again.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Without a doubt. And that's something I teach that at my trainings as well, about the client management and setting those boundaries in place so they understand and know what their obligations are. But again, until people go through it, they don't know. They need to be burnt a couple of times, not get paid for something, and that's when they feel it.
Yeah. Anything else that you'd add to that?
Look, not off the top of my head. I think they were the main ones. What about yourself?
I would go and work for someone for 6 months, like an entrepreneur, a business person, someone who's going to teach me the stuff that I've had to learn. I feel like I've paid a lot of ignorance debt. Do you know what I mean? Ignorance, not stupidity.
Yeah.
Ignorance.
Yeah, you just don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, it's a lack of knowledge. And I feel like there's been a lot of things that people don't teach. No one teaches it. There's no, I don't know. I say that. I haven't gone and done a business degree in uni. Most of the people I know that do well in business haven't done a business degree.
Exactly.
So the things that you don't know, in the sense of like knowing your numbers, like you should know that early on. Knowing what you're aiming for a gross profit. How do you price stuff? What's the overall, what's your USP? Why understanding those aspects that no one shows you, how to read financial reports, how to cash flow statements, how to do cash flow projections. Who shows you that? You learn on the job, and then you look back and you think, oh my God. And I'm always proud when I do look back and think, wow, I didn't know back then, because it means you learned new stuff in the last 6 months, 12 months, whatever it might be. But I do feel like a lot of that time, I feel like I could have moved a lot faster had I known the things that I know now. Obviously, yes, that you would move faster, but I just feel like I've learned it through a process of trial and error. I would try and not do that. I would try and say, okay, cool. How can I go and shadow someone for 3 months, 6 months? How can I go do a 2-year, let me go be your right-hand man for a business owner and actually learn the key fundamentals of business, why they do this, why they do that, how do you structure how do you recruit? You know what I mean? Recruitment, dude. The first time I went into recruit, I was asking the questions that I'd been asked at interviews.
That's right.
Because I was I don't know what to ask you. What
do I actually want?
Yeah. And it's now we have a whole process around recruiting. And it's go and learn that stuff. I think if you're willing to bite the bullet and not make money at the start and go learn, I think
people are too impatient.
Yeah, and I think I was too. Like, it was all about, I don't know, I just got to do like.
And also, if you get some of the wins, okay, this is something that happened to me as well. I got a little bit arrogant. I got a little bit arrogant because I got the wins on the board. I was like, oh, look at me, how good am I? I started to believe the hype. I'm getting, I'm winning all these projects, making all this money. And then it wasn't until I wasn't that I realized that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. And that's when I started to self-educate and seek a mentor, seek people to help me out. So don't, you got to, what is it? Eat humble pie or something like that. But just
eat humble pie?
Something like that.
Is it?
I think that's how the saying goes. But yeah, just don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah. And I think that would be the one thing. Like, if I could go back now and I would spend that time, the business time. Because like, you learn a skill. This is how everyone starts in business, right? You learn a skill and then you get good at the skill and then you're like, cool, my job is to go do the skill. Do you know what I mean? That's your mentality. Oh, I'm a builder. I need to go build houses.
That's right.
And it's like, that's what a builder does, not a business owner.
That's right.
Do you know what I mean? And I would go back and say, okay, cool. Dude, a big turning point for me was I felt like I always needed to be on top of ads. I was like, I need to read the latest and blah, blah, blah. And like, I need to know all the changes Meta's making, Facebook's making, because I need to be on top of it and I need to be able to run ads better than anyone. And I need to, and I, until I was like, you know what? I don't. I need to understand the overall process. I need to understand it really well, but I need to have my Facebook guy be the best guy. Like, I need to find the best Facebook guy. That's how I build my business. I don't need to be the best chippy. I've got to find good chippies. I don't need to be the best tiler. I need to find good tile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to be the best copywriter. I need to be able to source good copywriters. Yeah. Are you a business person, or do you have a skill that people are going to use you for?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Are you building an organization, or are you offering a single service? And change your mindset from I do this to I'm building a company that does this.
Correct.
And that was like a massive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt. That was one of the things for sure for me. But I just said I learned that through the process.
Yeah, me too. And I just kept and then it's like, I wish someone sat me down and said, okay, cool. Like, month 1, fundamentals. Month 2, even like, dude, I tell people, business owners, like, you should understand marketing. You shouldn't understand it as well as I do, but you should, like, you know what I mean? You should be able to know, like, yes, hey, my SEO is working. Hey, my ads are working. You know what I mean? That's like, at least that, you know what I mean? We have a marketing budget. We allocate this much to it. Most people don't do that.
That's right.
I think teaching marketing, teaching fucking financials, man, like financial excellence, like understanding, being able to look at the business and say, hey, we are on track to have our best year.
Yeah.
How many people you can know that they're on track to have their best year?
Man.
Most people don't. They'll be like, I've got no idea. How much did you do last year? No idea.
We get there.
Yeah. Is there money in the account? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was a big learning experience for me. I remember when we completed the first financial year and my accountant sent me like the annual statements, and he's like, congratulations, you profited X. And I'm like, where the fuck's the money? Where is it? Do you have it?
Yeah.
It's like, because I don't have it. Like, where the fuck's the money?
Government give it to me.
And then he's like, oh no, it doesn't work like that. And I'm like, well, how the fuck? Like,
where's all this money?
Yeah, you're telling me we've made X. Where is it? Do you know what I mean? I
take it out.
I thought he had it. I was fucking pumped. I was like, no, you're gonna give me that much now? Like, this is sick. Anyway, I learned that the hard way. But yeah, I would. Hormozy says it best. He says, try and spend your first 12 months paying down your ignorance debt as much as you can.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, try and spend your first 12 months. Don't worry about you don't worry about making $1. Just pay down your ignorance debt as much as you can, because you're gonna make those mistakes, and you're gonna go and, you know what I mean? And yeah, I guess there is so many moving parts. It is so complex that there's no one that can teach you everything and gear you up to the point where it's like, hey, I've taught, because if we tried to teach you every single step before you needed it, you'd probably have to do a 5-year degree that becomes irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I would, just fundamentals, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And, also keep an eye on the people that you have around you, like your consultants. So say you got a broker or accountant or whoever it might be. They may be the right person for you when you first start. They may not be the right person for you by year 3, 4, 5.
100%.
You may outgrow them, or you might realize the advice they're giving you isn't the best. So don't be afraid to change who's in your circle. You're going to need to do that across the career of your business.
Yeah. You should level up your partners, what do you call them?
Yeah, just associates and business partners.
People that you're working with over time, because most of them won't grow at the same pace.
Yeah, correct.
Do you know what I mean? And then it's like, cool, you got us. What got you here won't get you there.
That's right. One other thing I would do, especially, I would recommend this to all business owners at any moment of their career, whether they're just starting out or particularly when they're starting out, but even halfway through or towards the end. And that would be to subscribe to this podcast.
I think that is
probably the most influential thing they could do.
Do you ever wish we started?
If you like that clip and you want to watch another one, click just over here. And if you want to watch the full episode, click just over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.